Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Elevated Beauty Podcast. I'm your host, Emily Fouts, and today's episode, we're going to be talking about the ideal client and just my thoughts surrounding that entire topic. So if you're interested, as always, just keep on listening. So today is my first time in a little while recording just a solo episode. I feel like I've been doing so many guest speaker episodes recently, and I don't know how long or what the frequency is where I'm going to be doing those, but whenever I get a chance to talk to somebody else, I think it's fun. But this is a topic that I had spoke on my stories about, and I wanted to share it a little more thoroughly and concise on here with you guys. So you've probably heard the term, if you are in this industry, ideal client. And especially whenever you are forming your own business, when you're solopreneur, solo esthetician, this is something that a lot of courses or, things like that will try and help you envision what your business is going to be and how you can market to the people that will help to sustain your business. So with that being said, I do think it is important to envision an ideal client. That way that you know who to market to. That's the whole thought process behind this. So I'll share with you guys whenever I was forming my business plan, and I had heard this term and was trying to learn from other aesthetic mentors, like, okay, this is something that I need to write down, to vocalize to myself. So anyways, the information or the tools that I was given is to actually envision your ideal client. What does he or she look like? Well, blah, 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 like be very specific. Now, I don't very much agree with that. I have a different approach into how is the most helpful way, in my opinion, of course, to target an ideal client and how to envision your ideal client. So anyways, when I was forming my business, I wrote down my ideal client was someone in like their 30s. The reason for that is because I felt like people were more established once you got out of your 20s and they were able to invest in the services and products that I was selling. It was someone who had the same interest as I do, which is quality skincare, and they value my knowledge and they value luxury and quality. I am not looking for someone who is trying to just get the cheapest, option, because that's not what I'm offering. I do want to be affordable. I want to offer affordable luxury, but my biggest goal is to offer quality service, quality product. That way you don't have to shop around. Like, this is it. This is top notch. So that was my whole idea there. So I was envisioning a woman in her 30s that really valued quality and valued proper knowledge. And I remember also writing down that they were, what was the word that I remember using? I think sustainability. So I love sustainability. I love being conscious and not like purchasing too much product that you don't need, and just being a little, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but some people can easily do too much when it comes to the wellness industry. And I feel like if someone has some products that they love and they use and it's not hurting them, but they do need some professional guidance, I'm not going to just tell them to buy this whole routine right away. I really like to and value using what you already have instead of like just wasting money. And so I do kind of have a little bit of an approach of sustainability. So I like to use and retail exfoliating mitts to cut down on like body scrubs and stuff like that. You can throw them in the wash and just reuse them. Same with like reusable bamboo rounds instead of cotton rounds. I think there's something beautiful about reusing things, and it saves you money where you can invest that money into different things like the services that I provide. So anyways, that was a person that I was envisioning, someone that was conscious, ecologically conscious, blah, 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 in her 30s, valued knowledge and quality. And then once I opened up my business, I found that I was getting clients that had a range. Obviously I'm not going to turn anyone away that is not that ideal version that I had envisioned. So then I was thinking, okay, my clientele is a little bit of a range here. So I might need to shift my idea of my ideal client. So I guess I would separate the majority of my clientele into two individuals. So we have the younger woman who is around about my age, anywhere from mid-20s to 40. And this is someone who I can relate to pretty well because we're in the same age range. We are current on a lot of the same stuff. So we have that little relationship going, and we can banter a little bit. She is like myself, we are younger in our careers, and we are working on building our life. And some people may have more dispensable income than others. So they definitely want to be conscious of how much they're spending. So I never try to force a full regimen on someone and overwhelm them unless that's what they're coming to me for, is because they don't have one and they need one. Otherwise, I will try to work with them. So I'm very open to this individual that's a younger woman, working with her, because I understand people have lives, people have budgets. So I'm going to help her the best that I can and recommend her the best quality products. And even if she needs to take it slow and she can't invest everything at once, I have thought about that. So I put Afterpay on my website so I can cater to that individual. And then also I have a treatment plan card for every client that is a first-time skincare client of mine, or if they come in for a consult, I write down the full treatment plan that I recommend, and if they need to pick it up at a later date or if they need to get it little by little, they have that treatment plan card that they can take home with them, and they can purchase their routine at their own discretion if they don't get it the day of. But with budget aside, I'm still giving that individual, that younger woman who might want to be a little more conscious with her spending, I'm still giving her the highest quality, and she understands the reason for investing in high quality products is because you're getting that deliverance of results. And yes, it is an investment, but it's an investment that pays off instead of going to Ulta, Sephora, Target to get these drugstore products that just aren't giving you the results that you're looking for because it's not professionally recommended. You don't know what ingredients are in there. It's not the ingredients you need. The formulation is whack. Who knows? So they value my expertise. That's why they come to me and they work with me through whatever situation that they have. And I would say my next client is someone who is older, that is stable, that doesn't really need to worry about her finances as much, who has that dispensable income, is looking to spend money. And I'm not more carefree I'm not just willy-nilly recommending stuff to them because I can and I know they'll buy it. But I have more confidence in them and in their willingness to be consistent with their treatments. And so they're very loyal, and I know that I can trust them to be diligent and consistent with what I'm recommending to them. So there's a little bit of more of an ease with that client because they're not considering different factors. They come here to spend money, they come here to get a result, and that's what I'm offering them. So yes, there is more ease with that. But out of the two, I don't mind, because no matter what, anyone who comes in to support my business, I equally value. Even if it's a brow and lip wax every 2 weeks, loyal clients are loyal clients, and it doesn't matter how much money you spend, you will all be treated the same. But yeah, I definitely, with those two different versions of an ideal client of mine, I do have to market to each one a little bit differently. So on one hand, I think I kind of market to the younger woman by expressing the value in your investment. And to the older woman, I feel like I may market to them by expressing the results in their consistency of their treatments and their home care routine. But to everyone, I like to generally just offer factual information on how the skin functions, the science behind the things that I offer, the way things work in skincare and in ingredients, and the reason for doing the things that we do, like reapplying your SPF every 2 hours, and not just wearing SPF on your face, but your whole body, just like general skin facts. Because that is something that I am very strong with, is offering ethical aesthetics. And I want to inform my guest. I want them to know the reason why I'm recommending this and how it works, because if they don't know the reason why, then there might be a little bit of a lack of motivation to be consistent. So yeah, while I think it is helpful to kind of initially, I guess, form an idea of who it is that you want majority to support your business and who you want to cater to, once you're really in it, you know, your community may be more saturated with retirement aged people. So I mean, it just really depends. You have to kind of have a gauge on who your consumers are, and then you might have to shift it a little bit. That's just the way it goes. You might live in a higher income community. So, yeah, I mean, it just really depends on where you are. It depends on what your business is about, like what you're offering as a business, how people visualize your business, like what you're offering, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so if you invest in like high quality products and high quality atmosphere, obviously you're going to attract like a higher quality audience. But if you're like a little more cool, vibey, chill space, and you're more fun, I guess, that doesn't mean that you can't offer high quality, but like, I don't know, if you're a little more easy breezy with it, I feel like maybe you'll attract that type of person. So it really depends on, you kind of have to merge the two together. What's your ideal client and what are you offering? Those have to kind of mirror each other a little bit. But that's pretty much all I have on that. I hope that helped somebody. And it wasn't anything that I really even considered. I think I subconsciously was shifting my thought process and who my ideal client was, but after a conversation that I had with another esthetician, I kind of thought about it some more. So yeah, I hope this was valuable information for you guys, and as always, I will see you next Monday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for another episode.